Hey, let's talk about having OCD, or obsessive or compulsive tendencies. The reason that we push for so much awareness for conditions and disorders is because many of those conditions and disorders, OCD being a great example, are often either understood or they're used for comedic value in pop culture, or they're just generally regarded as not being very serious and not to be taken seriously. It's really common for most people's assumptions about OCD to be things like everything has to be in sets of 5, or the volume has to be in intervals of 10, or everything has to be in a triangle shape, or the TV show Monk, where a pillow was out of place and he had to go rearrange it, which can be things that are involved with OCD, but there are so many more obsessive and compulsive behaviors that can go into that can actually be harmful for people. So to give an example from my own life here, to this day, I still have a tic disorder, which causes motor tics or vocal tics to occur. And one of my tics as a kid used to be that I would dig my fingernails into the center of my palms repeatedly, often until they broke skin. And I had a lot of obsessive compulsive tendencies as a child, especially when it had to do with symmetry of my body. So anything that I do to one side, I had to make sure that I evened out and did to the other side. So this would cause double injuries for me a lot of times. Something I still struggle with now is biting my lips or the insides of my cheeks, and that obsessive compulsive tendency to not only do it, but to make sure that it's even on both sides can be really detrimental. And I have tons of other stories about how that obsessive compulsive behavior has affected my life somehow. And even if I shared them all with you, it would still only be the tiniest fraction of a fraction of what that lived experience is like across the entire population worldwide. That's why awareness is so important, not just to communicate to people that don't know, but to also communicate to the ones that do know that, hey, your experiences may be unique in your life, but I promise you there's other people out there like you that have the same shared experience. You can find them. You can go on WhiteFlag. You can get on WhiteFlag and talk to people that also have OCD and communicate with them and share your life experiences with each other and find out you're not as actually alone as you might have thought you were.